What to Play presents the 10 best Xbox Series X and S titles of 2021, all arranged by PlayScore. To check out our full list, visit our website at whattoplay.com. You can also take part in our rankings by leaving reviews of the games that you played. At 10, The Falconeer. Opening our list is an airborne adventure from developer Thomas Sala. Soar to the skies in this open-world air combat game. Instead of the usual dogfights involving metallic aerial monsters like in Ace Combat or War Thunder, The Falconeer is all about gun-equipped birds. Players ride on top of their chosen avian artillery and dominate the skies. When it shares similarities to the previously mentioned games, Falconeer embraces its own identity with its fantastic visuals and layered mounting gameplay. Veterans who like these kinds of games will find this enjoyable. However, for newbies, it's a tad bit intimidating with all the mechanics. It receives a play score of 7.82. At the 9th spot, WRC9 FIA World Rally Championship. An old-gen release getting their much-needed next-gen upgrade for the Series X and S, it's cashing in on the exhilarating breeze of rally titles. Manage the grueling art of rally racing and make your way through 14 unique locations, and more. For racing veterans, it offers plenty of surprises, with hundreds of licenses, a handful of beautiful locales, and a whole lot of white-knuckling fun. The PC version is also coming out this September, but with so many WRC titles coming out, it's hard to tell the difference. A play score of 8.15. At the 8th place, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. The biggest Call of Duty to ever exist, with a memory size almost closing in at 200 gigabytes. Better buy a separate external drive for this one if you're gonna enjoy this most ambitious Call of Duty title to date. Black Ops Cold War takes place between the events of the first and second Black Ops game. It offers an action-packed campaign on par with the previous Black Ops titles, heck, with even more explosions and savvy tech that's almost impossible to get in the era. While the story mode is enjoyable at best, the multiplayer is where it shines. Play with friends, or alone, and enjoy a chaotic shootout with other players from around the world in different game modes including zombies. It receives a play score of 8.43. Coming in at 7th, NBA 2K21 Next Generation. This annual celebration of all things great about the NBA has come a long way. Despite different versions each year, the obvious copy and paste might throw off a few people who've been following the series since the beginning. There are many issues this game had during launch, including unstable servers and shady microtransactions. However, what makes 2K21 the leading basketball game in the market is in its AAA budget. Expect realistic facial animations and massive product placements everywhere, like a real NBA game. Xbox users seem to enjoy this one since it received a play score of 8.54. At the 6th spot, Planet Coaster Console Edition. Create your own version of Disneyland in this theme park simulator from developer and publisher Aspyr. If you remember those good old roller coaster tycoon games from the early odds, you'd enjoy this current-gen title with more quality of life elements and streamlined mechanics. Built for the consoles, this is friendly to all controllers. Manage those exhilarating rides and satisfy the need of every guest in the park. All you have to do is add variety to every district in your ambitious theme park and be careful not to mess it up. It receives a play score of 8.66. At 5, Resident Evil Village. One of Capcom's biggest games this year, second only to their impressive Monster Hunter Rise. Village is slowly making its way to becoming the best-selling RE game. The sequel to 7 takes Ethan Winters back to another rescue mission to find his missing daughter. This terrifying theme park of horrors has a different kind of scare in every corner. The first-person perspective adds new levels of terror in each of its 4 areas. If you're in it just for Lady D, you are in for a disappointment as there are more surprises in store for you. A play score of 8.78. At 4, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. It's pretty obvious Capcom is dishing out great titles for these past few years. This special edition contains every downloadable content including the much-awaited playable Virgil. Not only that, it showcases the power of the RE Engine's ray tracing technologies built exclusively for the PlayStation 5. It's the definitive way to experience Nero, Dante, and V's journey in a world torn apart by demons. Engage in stylish hack-and-slash combat with each character offering different kinds of playstyles, like this one. It receives a play score of 8.86. Third place, Hitman 3. The next chapter of IO Interactive's big-budget stealth action game, the clean-shaven assassin undertakes his most dangerous contracts ever in 3. Travel around the world and fulfill a laundry list of objectives that is possible with different playstyles. Not only does it feel satisfying when you complete your missions, the game runs at a smooth 60 frames with 4K support for the Series X versions. The Series S, however, has a slight difference in performance, but it still showcases the powerful real tracing tech that all games have been flaunting recently. It receives a play score of 8.88. Coming up second, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. If there's one way to experience the latest Mortal Kombat game, then it has to be Ultimate for the Series X and S. What sets it apart from its other versions is in its complete content featuring all 2 combat packs and the massive Aftermath expansion. Anyone who owns the Ultimate Edition on their old-gen platforms can opt for a next-gen upgrade for free. Now you get to enjoy those glorious fatalities and brutalities in 4K 60 frames per second with its massive roster of 37 characters. A play score of 8.93. And the number 1 spot goes to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Ubisoft's latest Assassin's Creed game is a system seller for the Xbox Series X and S, despite its lack of exclusivity. It came right in time for the launch of the next-gen consoles, and if you've seen any gameplay footage so far, the visuals alone show that this is paving the way for gorgeous open-world games. In Valhalla, your Viking adventures take you to interesting locations set during the Viking invasion of Britain. The game world is massive and it's not kidding with its open world scale. There's a ton of stuff to do, some inconsequential, while others impact a lot to your Nordic adventures. A play score of 8.99.